Today I'm going to talk about a book called Don't Make Me Think. It means make your product self-explanatory. Let users know what it is and how to use it without expending any effort thinking about it. The theme of this book is about web design, which aims to help designers to promote usability in design process. The first part of the book mainly introduces specific design instructions in web design and compare the design with good and bad usability using some examples of web pages. The second part introduces main points of usability testing. And I will skip the first part about the web design and mainly introduces the content of the second part because the thinking modes or content in it can be extended to any kind of product design. Of course, it can also be applied in game design, which I think is really helpful for our game designers. And when it comes to a web design demo, when it's completed, team members will sit together and discuss the next step of optimization. A serious problem now occurs. During the meeting, any strong personal convictions can lead to endless discussion because everyone has their own preferences and cannot persuade each other. So how to prevent endless discussion? Try to find users testing your product at every stage when you want to make promotion. Just choose one morning and observe their behavior when using your product, and you can find some problems which you didn't realize before. But remember, usability testing does not equal to focus group. Focus group is a group of 5 to 10 people sitting around the table and talk about your product instead of using it. While usability testing is watching one person at a time trying to actually use your product. It also does not equal to online testing. Online testing is widely used in product design. Designer team published their work on the internet and asked hundreds of players to try. This seems very effective, but many detailed experiences cannot be seen through a screen, of course. And after knowing the differences, designers should plan their testing as soon as possible. Make a task list for the testers and find participants from all resources, including social media, families and friends. Even grandpa living in your neighborhood is okay to try all that. Just try to find anyone you can access as a tester, because even one user can bring a huge promotion if they realize the detailed problems which you ignored. And don't mind about whether they are target audience, because theoretically the product needs to be basically okay for everyone to use, not only the target audience you defined. After several usability testing, I believe you received a long list of problems. Now it's time to fix the 10 most serious problems to ensure the robustness of your system. Other problems can be slightly delayed according to the design process and the team workload because you don't have enough time and energy to fix them all. Moreover, if things are about mobile devices, it will be more complex because it offers more limited space for designers to perform functions of the product. And the camera pointed at the screen is essential to see the actions, especially in gestures and taps of participants. So when it comes to game design process, it's just like iteration and what skill called loop. The more time you test and improve your design, the better your game will be. So what actually can we do to help game design? Here I will take Tencent and Shenzhou's ongoing developing MMO game Dragonist 2 as an example. It's a mobile game adapted from the Dragonist IP originating from the Identity game in South Korea. Dragonist emphasizes combating scene and skill combo, which makes the design of the following mobile game more challenging. And from the May to September in 2019, 4 sessions of the usability testing were taken on combating experience. The testing environment is as what the pictures showed. Several designers observed one player playing the game at a time. Then players were asked to talk about their game experience in detail. And after the playtesting, a usability survey report is organized as a problem list, which briefly describes the problem, performance, frequency, influence level, and priority. High priority issues will be checked first, and there is also something about how to calculate that priority. Based on that, what kinds of adjustments were shown in the game interface? The mile button was hidden from the primary interface to the secondary interface, and the aiming button was added to the scale bar on the right. All these changes were based on the usability feedback. These changes rarely work because in certain ARPG games, players need the button to permanently focus on the monsters, and they do not need to check mails very often, so the mail button is not as important as friend button below. Designers need to ensure every button serves essential experience. But we are all students and don't need large-scale games to do and to test. Thus, we try to apply that testing theory into our coursework, which is simple. Choose a table, encourage student center, invite as many players as you can, then let them play. We just keep silence and observe behind. Thanks for that, we realized many players could not quickly remember the moving rule of cards. Before that, we saw there were only four types of cards, so it's very easy to remember. So then I redesigned the card and added that moving rule to the card. That's great helpful for our game to be more self-explanatory. The process of game making is full of various challenges, and usability testing is very hard. But only through it, players can smoothly complete the code without thinking, and only through it we can see that we have achieved our original intention to bring a simple happiness to players.